Minister Aliyev, distinguished panel, host, guests, good afternoon. I will try and my short intervention into separate sections. I'll start by highlighting our government's views on European and Mediterranean energy policy, and I'll also highlight how Malta can actually support energy policy for the European Union by becoming a hub in oil and gas services. The reality is that Europe and the Mediterranean region do not exist in isolation. We compete in a globalized world. And the truth is that in the United States, the cost of energy, the cost of power, is half the cost of power here in Europe. 53% of energy of the European Union is imported, and that accounts to approximately €1 billion per day. From a European energy perspective, Malta has also always supported the energy union perspective, and we will do so and help accelerate that process during our presidency, which will start in 2017. And the strategy does focus on three fundamental building blocks. A focus on competitive prices. Energy needs to be affordable. Security of supply. We don't want a repetition of other countries in Europe facing shortages of gas and energy during the winter months, for sure. And sustainability, which means less emissions, less energy consumption, and a better environment. From this point of view, we need to assess how we can actually achieve these goals. In our view, this can be done by three distinct ways. The first is to diversify the sources of supply. Currently, Europe receives its gas from Russia, from Norway, from Algeria, we've got a member in our panel, from Qatar. Europe needs to diversify its sources of supply. And that is the reason why additional pipelines, such as the southern corridor, are being built to actually diversify that sources of supply. The second key point is to diversify the routes by which gas is delivered to Europe. Currently, we've got pipelines coming from the east, from Russia, through Germany to Europe, from Russia through Ukraine to Europe. We have pipelines involving the Mediterranean, from Algeria to Spain and Italy. There is the southern gas corridor between Azerbaijan and Italy, which is being built, which will help complement these initiatives. But we do require additional pipelines because interconnection will mean that the market will work better. It will mean that pricing can be more competitive and available across the patch. We also are, as a country, a strong believer in liquefied natural gas. The European Union is pushing LNG, which currently accounts to 20% of gas consumption in Europe. The other 80% is pipeline gas. This will help diversify and reduce risks of supply. It will have to be achieved by pushing the building of new terminals, and the European Union wants to ensure that every key port in Europe will have an LNG terminal. LNG will also be the fuel of the future for maritime vessels, including cruise liners and cargo vessels as well. Malta, once it will take the presidency of the European Commission, will work with the Commission and the Member States to push through the Commission's agenda and the European Union's agenda to ensure gas security of supply. That will be our first priority for our presidency. And the second priority for energy will be essentially market design. We believe that the European Union's market can be improved, and through effective market design, we can ensure that the market works better and the consumer gets a better deal. Going to my second part of the speech, I would like to highlight the importance of what Malta can offer as a hub for energy. Our strategy mirrors that of the European Union. We have taken a leading role in creating the European gas platform, which was agreed to here in Malta last year, and it was further supported by the Commission in Rome. As a country, we are shifting from oil to gas of this summer, And this is happening through a very innovative project which is being delivered by Siemens, Soccer Trading and GEM. The project has been awarded the IJ International Power Project of the Year for Europe, which was quite innovative given its financing structure and its rapid delivery structure too. Through the project and the shift to gas, Malta will be reducing its CO2 emissions by 1.1 million tons. That's an amazing feat, and it will complement what we've done so far by closing Marsa Power Station. Tariffs have been reduced by 25%, injecting money into the economy. And we have, over the last 2 years, secured 1 billion euros in investment, in mainly foreign investment, into our energy sector, and that also includes the investments done by Shanghai Electric Power as well. As a hub, Malta needs to help the European Commission build new routes, and that is the reason why we are very pleased that the European Commission has shortlisted Malta as one of the top-ranking projects for the PCI, Projects of Common Interest, to have a dual-flow pipeline between Malta and Italy. This will ensure that the country is connected, and it will ensure that we will have access to all gas in the European market, irrespective of whether it's coming from Russia, Norway, or Azerbaijan. It is also worthwhile highlighting that interconnection is important for us. The gas interconnection will support the strategy we have implemented for LNG. It will support the strategy that we've implemented for the power interconnector. And we are also a strong believer in fuel bunkering as well. And the government wants to ensure that Malta will be a first mover with our partners in the region to offer LNG bunkering services to vessels and cruise liners across the Med. This will be an important step for our industry, and it will ensure that our hard-working maritime sector will continue to thrive. I was also pleased to highlight the fact that over the last few days, the contracts have also been concluded with Able Care Limited, which will be operating an oil and gas hub in Marsa, which will also ensure that we will keep servicing operators of natural resources from the region, be it North Africa, Libya, Algeria, and all the other areas. And we as a government will continue to work closely with our partners, sign memorandums of understanding and bilateral agreements, like the ones we did with Azerbaijan, like what we've done with Libya, like what we intend to do with Algeria and other countries, to ensure that Malta truly becomes a hub and offers further interconnection both to North Africa and the region. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Minister. And our third